Megan back to serve. Wow, a nice cheeky little play from Cece there. Nicci back to serve. That's something we're going to see a lot from that team. Terese and Megan have been using options in their game, definitely both tall players. Have a lot of range on the court, both of them. Cece on the back, nice cut shot here. Megan went from being one of the top blockers at USC, now playing full-time defense behind Terese. Short serve to Terese. And another option. Like I said, we're going to be seeing that a lot. Megan and Terese very comfortable with each other. This is, I mean, their 5th or 6th tournament of the year already. Nice up by Megan, good read. Nicci's all over the line shot, but it goes for Megan and Terese. Yeah, so our first side switch, 3-2 for Terese and Megan. This tournament is single elimination, best 2 out of 3, games to 15. And you have to win it. You have to win it to punch your ticket into the league. This tournament is so gnarly. And we're starting out in the rain here. I know the guys had the worst of it. We already had an upset early on the guys' side. Derek Bradford and Jordan Hoppy. Arguing to see if there was a touch on the block. I'm not sure. I think it went through her hands, but again, with no line judges currently, it's not always easy to see for the refs. All right, Terese back to serve, 4-3. 5-3. I think now 5-3 with Terese back to serve again. Nice hustle by Cece. Nicci putting the ball deep. Megan taking care of the ball. That's how you want to treat a free ball. That's a great controlled play by them. Really nice. Six, 3, 1 to switch here. Nice block by Terese. Getting that 7-3 switch. Looking very consistent out of the gate here. In these games, it feels so fast because we're only playing to 15. Every point matters. We are taking a technical once the score adds up to 15. Terese back to serve. Good block. Nice seal by Terese. Oh, and Cece's it looks like she's going to get that call. I think the ball might have been in the plane. Those calls are so hard to make. And as the defender on the other side, you're waiting for that ball to just fall on your side, but sometimes you got to go meet them up at the top. Cece back 4-7. Nice dig by Nicci, sitting in the pocket. Oh, Terese is doing a fantastic job at the net. I mean, really sealing low well. She's kind of waiting for the shot blocks. She is doing a great job. Megan at the service line. Nice middle float. Getting that ball finally over Terese. Good control here. And the high line goes down for Megan. Cece and Nicci doing a lot of good things on defense, getting a lot of good touches, but just finding a little trouble getting past the block of Terese. Terese is really funneling well, getting a lot of touches on the block, and making that defense nice and easy for Megan back there. Scores 9-4 for Megan and Terese. Again, they just came back from Brasilia, finished 5th in the tournament there. They also, right before that, the weekend before, were in Saquarema, finishing 5th as well at the Elite 16s. And Quintana Roo had a 2nd. Awesome, awesome start to their season. So interesting, these games, because you can have a nice long lead, but the games to 15, point scoring is so important, and things can change on a dime. So serving is really important, being consistent on your siding out, not letting those other teams go on runs when they have their serves. The game can switch. I mean, we know it all too well from last 2 weekends ago. Good pull by Terese. Oh, and a nice block. Good lineup by Cece there, just getting it a little late. 10-4. Megan serving middle, and an ace for Megan and Terese as they'll switch sides. 11 serving 4. And that is the tech. I think that's so foreign for all the players taking that tech in the games to 15, but 2 weekends ago it was a nice hot day, so we were all gladly taking the techs. Now in the rain, they get a little shade from it. Get out of the rain for a second and plan on coming back. Terese and Megan really handling this first set well. As the 1 seed in this tournament, Terese and Megan coming back onto the court, expected to do well. They have a lot of pressure on them, and these tournaments, really anything can happen. I mean, we saw Derek and Jordan upsetting Tim Baumgren and Paul Lottman, who both were in the league last year. Tim played with Troy last year, so with different partners, but strong teams all around. Nice serve by Megan to the sideline. They are ready to move forward, and Terese taking a nice option on two, kind of falling away from her. Megan back to serve. Just falling a little short, but they're feeling pretty comfortable there with a 12-5 lead. Nicci at the service line. She played at Long Beach. Oh, and into the net. If I were Nicci and Cece right now, I'd be definitely trying to use this wind that's just kicking in and trying to get some momentum on service pressure. Because this set, you know, you're down 5-13. You might want to start taking some risks and get comfortable for that second set. 6-13. 3 missed serves. The wind is definitely starting to play a factor. It really just picked up out of nowhere. And another missed serve. 14-6. And the switch. The guys before this match had a ton of rain, and now we're having just a little bit of rain, but a lot of wind. Megan back to serve. Good block by Terese. Nice cover by Nicci. And that's the first set, going 15-6 to Megan Kraft and Terese Cannon. After this game on court 1, we have the 3 seed, Julia Scholes and Lexi Denenberg facing off of Macy Jerger and Madison Shields. That will be a fun game as well. Wind and rain definitely starting to pick up. Terese is adding layers. And we're back. Megan Kraft to serve to start us off in set 2. And just misses the contact there for a point. And Nicci serve. Terese coming out of the middle, standing. Great turn. Nice curve on that ball as it goes with the wind. And earns the first point for Terese and Megan. Terese back to serve. That ball's dropping nicely in the middle. And another solid play, defensive play by Megan and Terese. Definitely taking care of the ball in this wind and in the rain. 2-1. Oh, I love that option from Cece. Great court awareness. Ready while Terese is running up to the net. Nice serve by Cece, bringing Terese to her sideline. And the short pokey gets the switch for Cece and Nicci, up 3-2. Not totally sure that there's a clear good side here. It looks like the wind is pretty straight across. I think making the other team play, getting the ball onto the other side is slightly more important as this wind picks up. Cece back to serve. Again, falling a little short. Megan and Terese might maybe having a little bit more experience in the wind after we came from a bunch of windy tournaments in Yucatan and in Quintana Roo. They played in Quintana Roo, and the wind just absolutely changing the way of play, making it so much more difficult to get those 3 solid contacts and to have that control that you normally have. But beautiful execution by Terese and Megan there, keeping that ball nice and close. Another great tactic in the wind is pushing that serve deep, just like Megan did there. And they get an easier ball back onto their side. You know, really making Nicci and Cece move that ball from the end line up in this wind. Again, a deep serve from Megan. Cece taking the on two again. We've seen a few from her of those, and I really like them. I think she's got the court awareness to see it, and she's taking it at the right moments. Megan just clearing the sand out of her mouth. A true defender. Nicci back to serve. Wow, and the short serve. We've seen the last 2 serves here fall into the net. I like how she took that ball a little bit higher, made sure it got over the net. And then let the wind do the work, let it drop right in front of Megan. Really nice serve by Nicci. The switch is 5-all. Another good deep serve. And you see how difficult that ball is when that ball has to travel over longer distances. It moves more with the wind. So I really like that tactic. It seems to be working, especially from that side, as the wind is slightly at the backs of Nicci and Cece now. Terese running behind. And taking care of the ball to tie it up at 6-all. Ball falling a little short. Again, we've seen that error from a few girls on this side. I think that wind is just really making a drop. Whew. Terese letting that ball go just barely out. Great talk by Megan. Nicci running behind, Megan with the dig. Oh, and a nice block by Cece. Great timing there. That is the switch. And the technical. I like that patience by Cece, especially in this wind, people might be waiting a little bit more on the ball. Maybe their swing's a little bit delayed. Cece just ready to shot block. We have a few battles going on court 2. Devin and Jaden, who were in the finals 2 weeks ago, won the first against Molly and Deanna, 15-13, and now they're all tied up in the second, 5-5. And here we're back with Nicci serving. Nicci and Cece up 8-7. Nice touch. Good control, way to keep it low by Cece and Nicci. And Megan is ready for that ball now. She's seen it a few times. Cece's gotten away with it, but Megan on it for that one. Cece back to serve. Good ball bringing Megan into the middle. And a nice dig by Nicci, sending it deep. But the high line falls for Megan Kraft, and they tie it up 9-0. Cece running behind, and the pokey short, putting them in trouble. And they get the free ball back. Did it tag? No, it is just out. I like the idea. Cece trying to take that ball while she's on the better side, hopefully bringing it back into the wind. Megan on the serve again. Ooh, I think Terese just got the net, so we will take the switch at 10s. Megan and Terese kind of getting their groove there. Again, playing good rallies here. Keeping it a very close game at 10-all. Game to 5. Nicci's all over it. Oh, but just a little miss there. That brings Terese and Megan up with their chance here to extend their lead. And a nice dropping serve by Terese. She has such a high contact on that ball. Sneaking it through the block as well. And they're going to go for a timeout called by Nicci and Cece, as Terese and Megan are kind of finding their momentum, starting to find their groove. Even though Terese made that error, they were definitely having their moments more and more. They were kind of keeping it here and there, knowing that they were going to be able to earn one off of their serve and off of their defense, feeling very comfortable in their side out to keep it point by point. I think this is a great timeout call by Cece and Nicci. This tournament, I think, is so unique because truly every game matters. I mean, it's single elimination. If you lose one, you're going home. But at the end of the day, winning the whole tournament is the most important part. I mean, doing well and getting the points, because there will be a third team. There's a third team that will earn theirs, so there's 3 spots left to get into the league. The winner of this tournament, the winner of Huntington Beach Open, and then one off of points. So you want to do as well as you possibly can to get as many points as possible to put yourself in a good position for that third spot. But at the same time, if you can win this, then you know you're good. You're in the league. So Terese and Megan making a push here, 13-10. Good control by Megan. And a nice short pokey there, 14-10. Terese back to serve. Oh, and a great dropping serve in the middle. Nicci sends it over. Cece with great control, and they will take that switch at 11-14. Megan and Terese definitely finding their rhythm in this set. 1 point away from match. Cece at the service line. Good control. Oh, Nicci takes a look for the line, but Terese is able to put it down in the angle. And that is the first of the women's games here to finish. Terese and Megan will be continuing on in the tournament in hopes to punch their ticket into the league today. And if not, get as far as they possibly can in this tournament to earn those points. But, you know, phenomenal showing by them in this first game here, and as well from Cece and Nicci, really solid play. I am Corinne Quiggle. Thank you so much for tuning in, and keep following because we have another women's match coming up.